Hello, Solara here. So this is a pretty quick message, I think. So as we go through this window where we are moving ever closer to the new moon in Aries, the second new moon in Aries, which is the first eclipse, the opening of eclipse, the first eclipse season of 2023, a lot of our powers are actually returning to us, whether we are aware of it or not. In other words, your power is lingering in your energy field, and it's time to activate. It's time to activate our organic state of magnetism, or I should say reactivate our magnetic pull. So a lot of us, our fields have been tampered with to redirect what was naturally ours to those who desired to cloak themselves in our power or to steal our power. And now our power is back in our fields, and it's time for us to reactivate our ability to pull that into our realities, is how my guides are showing it. So it's a reactivation of our magnetic state in its organic and divine truth. And one way we are assisted in doing this, or one way we can assist in the process of doing this, is by utilizing the power of our sacral energy. And it's very interesting because I've noticed a lot of things come up on my feed in the past day or so about healers having high sexual energy and how a healer must have high sexual energy. And this is true, but it's also highly misleading. A healer must be fully in connection with the potency of their sacral energy, and sacral energy is not always sexual. So in other words, that's just one facet of sacral energy that once again is being overly exploited for the purpose of the exploitation of the energy. I hope I'm making sense when I say that. In other words, the exploitation of sexual energy was a matrix trick that was designed to keep this dysfunction and imbalance running wild. And now we must call the fullness of our sacral energy back. And your sacral energy, the reason why it's connected to your sexual energy is because your sacral energy is really at the root connected with your pleasure. What brings you pleasure? This is why it's connected to beauty. This is why it's connected to play. This is why it's connected to money and abundance in all forms. Your sacral energy is directly rooted in your joy and your pleasure principle. And as such, the ones who wield the potency of the fullness of their sacral energy are not necessarily the ones with high sexual energy. There are many people with high sexual energy who are not that powerful. Let's be real, okay? The potency of your sacral energy is maximized in your ability to find pleasure in all. It again is this principle that we are being awakened to in order to reaccess the fullness of our abundance and our wealth frequency. We must tweak our value system to be in divine alignment, meaning that we are beings who find the value in everything, and even in those things that we can't initially, we seek it. This is what increases the value. This is what increases value as a unit. And as value as a unit is increased in us and our reality, our value system expands. As our value system expands, our energy expands in order to contain more abundance, more wealth, more value. And it's very similar with the sacral energy because it is interconnected to this principle. And that is that the more you are able to find pleasure in what it is you're doing and what it is you're growing in your day-to-day reality, the more the potency of that power is grown, which is why at every turn they wanted to keep us in such states of instability so that we couldn't access the joy and the pleasure principle. So right now, it might feel like a lot of stuff is on pause for you, but it's on pause because it's time for you to integrate. It's time for you to reactivate this organic magnetism within you so that when you move forward, there will be no more stop-starts. So our guides, our protectors right now are fighting battles for us that we're not even aware of. And our job right now is to reacclimate ourselves with our own energy and the power of it, and to learn it again. And you increase your own pleasure principle by connecting with your inner child. What brought you pleasure as a child? What have you signed off as an adult because you thought, that's child's play, that matrix lingo, that's child's play. Those are the things that you need to reconnect to right now. It's time to increase your pleasure principle in order to access the fullness of your sacral energy, which is also one of the gateways to birthing. Well, it is the gateway to birthing your abundance and your wealth frequency, but it also is one of the gateways to reaccessing the fullness of that. So I hope that those of you who this message is for, that you are receiving it in the fullness of, which I'm giving it, but also I hope that there's clarity in it. I hope it speaks to your soul. And more importantly, I hope if this message is for you, your guides are able to help you to multiply it in your existence, in your reality. I'm sending you guys so much love and joy and beauty. Every wondrous thing under the sun, go out there and do what brings you pleasure. And I mean pleasure in its pure form, because even that idea of pleasure has been distorted by the matrix. And pleasure is ultimately doing things that pleases your soul. Pleasure is that which you pursue because it pleases your soul. It pleases your soul. It gives meaning. It enhances your purpose for being here. It enhances your purpose for existing across all realms, dimensions, and reality. That is pleasure. Okay? So tune in and expand and recognize and realize the more you use an energy, actually, the more it grows. We're also relearning this truth, and I touched on it in one of the videos this week. It's that recognizing and reconnecting with the flow of energy, the in and the out. In order for more to flow in, then some has to go out. It's kind of like the infinity symbol. We must understand and overstand the power of growing energy. In order to grow it, we must use it. And if we don't use it, it stagnates, or we open it up for another to take or to exploit. Right? So I use the analogy in the video. I'll use it one more time. When you start to work out, you may feel like you are in an energy deficit because you begin to feel tired. But the minute your body gets used to the flow of energy going out that is required for you to maintain the upkeep of your exercise regimen, is the moment that your energy levels start to increase and you feel so much better than you did before you were putting that energetic output there. In other words, before you began to exercise, you had less energy, even though now you're in the full swing of an exercise regimen that requires more of your energy. It's because you are building your energy, you are increasing it. Biologically speaking, you are producing more ATP, which is the energy that fuels your cells. So this is the principle of energy. In order to grow it, you must use it. Okay, so much love to you. I'm going to really sign off now. Until next time, be well.